What are you doing?
I'm wrapping cables properly. It's a behind-the-scenes skill that everybody should learn. Don't you know?
I did not know how to do that. Orson Weems is coming on the show. He's talking to us all about music education.
Well, he can teach you how to do that later.
Dance like the moves that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
Yes, welcome everybody. Later with Jason Suel, Entertainment Television with Heart. Thank you so much for tuning in. Band, you sound great, as always. Nailing it over there, Bo. You're looking great.
Wow, hey, thanks.
Yeah, what do you got on?
As always.
What's your pin today?
Oh, actually, so this is a cocktail cherry on a pick, you know? That's representing my bartender peeps out there.
That's right. You know, and it's springtime. I always feel like I get a little bit more into cocktails in the spring.
Well, because you need a refreshing beverage when you're out there, like, doing physical exertion that you do. It's
I do like to do the physical exertions.
Yeah, man, it's a great time for gin cocktails, gin and sodas, Tom Collins's, like, you know, whatever. It's always a good time for gin, if you're asking me.
And you're selling those all the time at Pinpoint, right?
All the time. Cocktail season, man. It's patio season.
Yeah, it is. Do people, I mean, some people are obsessed with pinball. Can we just say that? I think that's the truth, right? Some people are obsessed with it.
And those people are weird, says the guy who has 50 pinball machines. But
I know.
there's, I mean, well, it's what a lot of people don't understand about it is, you know, it's a game you can play all year round.
Right.
You know, for those of you that don't want to go outside.
It's an indoor sport.
It's an indoor sport. But it is a sport. There is leagues. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if people are like, bowling's not a sport. And I was like, well, have you heard of pinball?
Yeah.
You know, but it's the same principles. It's balls, bats, it's physics, it's ramps, it's scoring. Yeah.
So speaking of that, so there's a league, so I'm assuming there's like some regulations. Is there like a league-sized ball or weight to a ball?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're steel ball bearings, and there's a certain specific size and weight.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't want too light of balls. You don't want too heavy balls.
Yeah.
Like, you want your balls just right.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised who
Thanks
comes
for
in the league.
clarification.
Shout outs to Mike Malone from the NWA Council, who is like ranked number 6 in the state.
What? I didn't know that.
Yes.
I see him playing at Pinpoint sometimes. Didn't know he was a ranked.
He's ferocious.
Yeah, that's impressive. If you haven't been to Pinpoint on Block in Fayetteville, you got to go say hi to Bo and check it out. It's a really phenomenal
But what do we got
place.
going on the show?
Man, we got a great show lined up. I'm really excited to talk to Orson Weems. Orson's got so much going on in the music scene in Northwest Arkansas. We're going to sit down with him, chat. You got to hang out for that interview. And then we've got Pura Coco, music video provided to us by her. She is a phenomenal artist here in Northwest Arkansas. Singer, songwriter, using the genre of alt R&B to really bring the community together. I can't wait for you to see that music video.
I want to see that music video.
It's going to be awesome. And then down there at our chef's table, we've got executive chef of Crystal Bridges and the Momentary, Chef Tim Ordway, joining us. Chef, what are we going to be doing down there at the chef's table?
We're gonna make a banana Foster's tart today.
Bananas Foster's tart.
Ooh.
Now talking about cocktails and talking about
Foster's
bananas,
is Australian
Foster's.
for bananas.
That is spring. We've just put spring into one episode, I think.
It's all there.
That's what it's all there, and you need to stick around because all that fun is happening later.
Hey folks, it's the G, it's the Grandpa here on the Jason Suel Show. Good to see you, good to be back. Hey, have you noticed how gorgeous it is getting to be outside as spring is coming? I've developed something new, it's called PETS, the Pocket Internet Techno Scrambler. You carry it in your pocket, set it for 30 minutes. If you're on your phone more than 30 minutes online, it'll give you a small minor shock. And then it'll scramble your device where you can't do anything, mess everything all up. And that's good. We've been not connecting for a while, not this kind of connect, this connecting like this. We've been connecting more like, it's kind of all messed up. It's like we got too much information, not enough knowledge. It's like biscuits with no gravy. It's like cornbread with no butter. It's like a hole with no dirt. It's like sores with no hurt. Get off that social media and telling you what to think. Let Instagrandpa tell you what to think. Exercising. Get outside. I do it. I carry jugs of water up a hill every day. Sometimes I'll just wrap myself up in a bag and fight and wrestle to get out of it. That's a good exercise. I work up a real sweat. Well, that's Instagrandpa for you. I wanted to tell you this, to get outside, enjoy life, exercise, breathe in that fresh air, and just enjoy your life a little bit and maybe get off that device for a little bit. You know what I mean? It's Instagrandpa telling you, hey, if you do go out and do that stuff, be sure you take a picture on your phone with it.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Orson Weems joining us down here for this interview. So glad to have you in the studio with us, Orson.
It's always fantastic to be with you, Mr. Energy.
I do try to have energy. Something that gets me excited is the arts and culture scene in Northwest Arkansas, and you can't talk about that without talking about music, which I know is something that's near and dear to your heart.
Yes.
So talk to us about this program, Music Education Initiative. Tell us about it.
Well, that is a program that we brought back here, and I say we. I'm the co-founder, Greg G.T. Thompson, and
Love
he's
GT.
He's the other co-founder, and we wanted to be a part of this, and we've been here for years. As you know, I'm an old Razorback, and I came back home, as I'd like to tell people, and I just said we're going to help and do what we can, sharing our experiences and knowledge. And we put together this program during the pandemic because we saw a void in certain things, and we wanted to be a part of it.
Sure.
And we like to tell people that what we do is engage, educate, and elevate the next generation of professionals in the business of music and entertainment.
Yeah.
And one program that we have that we've been doing recently is our what we call production, education, and technical workshops.
Yes, because there's so much more that goes into, like, when you think about music, you see the front person, right? The person who's singing, or you see the band, but there's so much more that goes into making those people sound and look great.
That's true. There is so much going on. And what we've been telling people is there are the programs that people can program the lights now, the sound.
Right.
And it's all digitized, all the fancy lights and the
Yeah.
smoke or the fog and the haze and all of that makes the show vibrant and including the audience. But a lot of people don't know how that gets there. They don't think about the logistics. They don't think about the services that go behind there. And what we've been doing is putting together these training workshops to give them basically a stagehand 101 and introducing these and exposing these career opportunities of a lot of things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do at like big concerts, which are now starting to come back, which is awesome, is I like to sit behind the control booth. It's like right there, usually in the best sounding spot, and you watch the one or two dudes that are up there just like, and all the things that they're running and watching, it's almost as incredible as what's happening on stage.
You know, Bo, you're absolutely right. I mean, I remember, my theater background feels like back in the day we were using, footlights and candles to be able to be seen. And now with the touch of a button, you can entirely shift the whole lighting focus and the look of a show. It's so impressive. But that doesn't, mean that it's already pre-programmed into the board. Somebody has to go and do all of that work.
Somebody has to do it, but first and foremost, folks have to get it off the trucks that are coming in to
so
set up
true.
that show before anybody ever sees that.
Right.
And what they're seeing is the shiny new and everything that's been exposed and ready for the performances, and then it gets broken down.
Yeah.
So we're helping with all of that, and we've just had some great partners here. We're looking to do more. We've had 4 workshops now. We started with one at George's, the Arkansas Arts Academy, Faulkner Center at UA,
Right.
and then Avad 3 just this week.
Yeah, you've gone kind of hit all corners of Northwest Arkansas teaching
Yes.
people how to do this.
Yes.
And you said something earlier I kind of want to circle back to, is that you're giving people the opportunity to have work in this field, right? Creating
correct.
jobs, giving experience to people so that they can go out and seek jobs. And is that something that's important to you in the program?
It's absolutely important, and especially after what the pandemic has caused, and a lot of people didn't come back or return from this pandemic. And what we've seen with a lot of research is that 2022 will have probably 3 times as many performances and shows than were expected in 2020
Wow.
before the pandemic. And there's just not enough personnel.
Got a lot
at
of
all.
catching up to do.
Yeah,
A lot.
that's it. I mean, you kind of like coming back strong. And so what you're saying is there's opportunity there for people who have the time and want to learn this trade to go get involved with
Absolutely. We're just glad to be part of the community, giving folks the opportunity to learn and expose and bringing them to the production crews and the events that need those kind of people, whether it's entertainment or corporate or if somebody has a private event.
Yeah.
We want to be a part of it and help. And we want folks to help us to bring that to the community
Yeah,
too.
for sure. Got one more question for you. You
Certainly.
said you returned to Fayetteville to Northwest Arkansas after being gone. What's it like, a former Razorback, to be back in? I know you've been here for a while, but what was that return journey like for you?
Well, it was good and refreshing. It's almost as if I had never left because I was coming back so many times since I had gone
Sure.
and moved away, but I was coming back to be a part of boards or helping people with consultation on some kind of project. But it's just wonderful to be back here, and we just love it. It's a great energy.
It is. There's great energy, especially around the music scene, and there's a lot of momentum with what you're doing, educating folks on how to be impactful in the music and entertainment and even corporate world, like you
Yes.
suggested. So
Yes.
if viewers right now want to learn more, what's your website? Where can they go to do that, find out more about your workshops?
Thank you. It's musiceducationinitiative.org.
musiceducationinitiative.org. You heard it here, folks. Go check it out right now. Get on your phone. Go check it out, musiceducationinitiative.org. And stick around. We do have more coming up later.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
You say that you love me, and I say I do too. But when I check her story, I always see you. Do you think I don't care? Do you still want me here? You say she's your ex. You say I'm what's next. Why don't you see my point of view? I can't seem to get across to you. I think that's my cue. I don't wanna waste. I don't wanna waste more time. I think you're so divine. Boy, you got me straight losing my mind. I don't wanna waste. I don't wanna waste. I don't wanna waste. You say that you love me, and I say I do too. But when I check her story, I always see you. You say that you love me, and I believed it too. But when I check my heart, I said, you still got a lady that bugs you. And I ain't got the time to play number two. I think that's my cue. I don't wanna waste. I don't wanna waste more time. I think you're so divine. Boy, you got me straight losing my mind.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Later with Jason Suel. So glad you're tuned in. We're down here doing some culinary stuff with Chef Tim from Crystal Bridges and the Momentary. Welcome to the show, man. Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Anybody that brings a squirt bottle full of caramel sauce
Yes.
is welcome to the show anytime.
Yes. You're doing like a Bananas Foster kind of thing, is that right?
That's
Yeah.
not what I'm doing, Jason.
Oh, you're just
I'm
gonna
doing
eat-
spoonfuls of caramel.
Yeah.
But you go ahead, Tim.
That makes the medicine go down, is what I
It
hear.
does.
does.
It'll definitely get there. There's a little rum in there, so be careful.
Oh, be careful.
You just said the magic words, my friend.
So what is this, man? It looks like you prepped some stuff here too. What are we doing?
Yeah, so today we're gonna make a banana Foster's tart. There's a couple components to a tart that are really key, like the crust, the filling,
And the rum caramel
the
sauce.
rum caramel sauce.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I like to have some sort of other texture, like a crunch or a candied nut or something. We've got all that today. So we've got a sweet tart shell, we've got a banana kind of pudding, and some candy nuts. So
Yeah.
What are these?
Let's go for it.
crunchies?
those are
Candy nuts.
those are the candy nuts we're just talking about there.
Yeah.
Bo.
God.
So what are you starting with? What's
This right here, this is a banana paste. So we've roasted bananas whole with the skin on. I know it looks really weird. It really gets all my cooks really confused when they see
Can't you
black,
get
black
high
bananas.
from banana peels?
Well,
Give me that.
I'm not gonna have any
All your
left.
vices, all your vices in one
I
spot.
know, right here.
I'm trapped. So banana paste. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So you
this
roast
is-
them?
Yeah. So we've roasted the bananas and we have turned them into kind of like a custard. Cooked them with brown sugar, a little cream, and some coriander and clove. Give it some of those flavors that we're all expecting when we think of bananas. Some of the flavors you think when you think of bananas are, weirdly enough for me, wheat beer. A lot of the hops and the malt and wheat beer kind of bring up this banana bubblegum kind of
And
flavor.
banana.
That goes right to clove. So
Okay.
There's my connection. So I've on my plate here, I've got some of what we're calling the filling.
Okay.
So the banana pudding, and we're gonna go ahead and
Candy nuts?
candy nuts.
Those
Why
are really
not?
good, by the way.
Yeah, he's had a couple of these. Just starting
Okay.
out real simple.
What kind of nuts are these?
These are pecans. They've been
Pecans.
Pecans.
candy with
if
brown
you're
sugar, a
from where
little
I'm from.
salt, a little cinnamon, just a little crunch on the plate. We're gonna add a little more here, and we have a wonderful caramel sauce that's gonna follow up and put all this together. So my sous chef really has this wonderful idea of taking a tart and throwing it on a plate and breaking it. As a chef,
Or not finishing it? And just like going,
no,
just put the pieces there. Let the
see,
customer do it.
I've taken that whole middle of work out.
Yeah.
Of why would we make so many tarts and then throw them and break them?
Yeah.
Make a big mess. Instead, we're going to compose the mess. Chefs like to have a nice, hopefully clean and composed plate.
Yeah, this is a beautiful looking plate.
Well, we're getting there.
Yeah.
I love
We've
how
got
a
some more
chef can
things
just
to
take
it.
a pile of just broken bits of cracker.
I know.
And just like,
Absolutely.
and voila! And
Yes,
you're like,
I know.
oh, Instagram. Like, and I try to do
Yeah.
it at home. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. Can we go to a restaurant?
yeah.
For sure. So as we've added the tart shells to the plate, it's been a sweet kind of tart dough that we've just baked in a sheet rather than into a mold. There's a lot of kind of really just extra work into putting a tart into a mold that maybe at home, this would be easy. Roll it out on your counter.
Sure.
Plate it on a sheet tray, bake it, and then you can plate it as a crumble.
I love it.
In another way, have your component on the plate without having to worry about the mess of cutting a tart.
No muss, no fuss.
Yeah, the last time I cut a tart, it just kind of weeped all onto the plate, and it was really sad looking. And that's why
The
we
last
have this
time I cut a
dish.
tart, I cleared the room.
I feel like we're on one of those infomercials where it's like, there's got to be a better way.
It has to be.
And we found it.
We've been working too
We're
hard.
not doing the
I
caramel
haven't-
sauce yet.
Would you like the caramel sauce? Go ahead.
Do I need to do the Salt Bay?
Yeah,
like
it's
one of
sauce,
these?
sauce bay. He's sauce bay right here. Yeah,
Boom.
that's
Wow, look at that.
awesome. Let me see
You
that.
do it. You watch. He's gonna make it look
No,
so. He's gonna do
no.
a.
He's gonna do a
swirl or
chef
something
style.
No,
cooler.
we're gonna do the same thing you did. We're just gonna keep it nice and tight over everything, so you get flavor in
Not
every
me.
bite.
Oh, flavor in every bite.
Every
There you
bite.
go.
All right.
I love it. Yes. Now, Chef, you also have a lot going on at the museum. There's a lot of programming happening with your culinary events.
Absolutely.
Tell us about some of that.
Oh,
What do you got?
Oh,
in the
wait,
box?
you got something special.
ice cream.
Like this
Holding
this
out on
keeps
me?
getting better and better.
this is not related to culinary programming.
Okay, no, it's not. It's related to being delicious, though. Culinary.
Absolutely.
Culinary delights.
Right. So we have coming up at here. Let me scoop this ice cream first, and then
Yeah.
we'll talk about culinary
Sure.
programming. Mm-hmm. So little vanilla bean ice cream, banana Foster's to me, and a dessert has to have what we need.
Oh my gosh.
We're just gonna watch you do that.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm doing my best.
Just keep
Making an
scooping.
absolute mess here.
No, you're
It's
not.
okay.
This
It's
is better
okay.
than anything I would do. I'll tell you that. I'd put it all in a bowl and mix it up.
I mean, that's why we didn't worry about putting it all together for you.
Yes. All right, so now fill us in on that culinary programming you got.
Absolutely. So coming up, we are restarting at Crystal Bridges the WOW series, the
Yeah.
Wednesdays Over Water. It's part of our themed programming with culinary arts, mixing with wine and other things. Our upcoming events are going to be related to, say, the temporary exhibits that we have at Crystal
Right.
Bridges.
Yes.
So what we'll do in this instance, maybe a little different than before. We will walk through the temporary exhibits, get some inspiration from the art, the things happening around us, the seasons, and we'll create a culinary adventure, not necessarily just a meal. Maybe it's a 4 or 5 course plated meal with some alcohol or whatnot, or maybe it's, a fun cocktail party with some, maybe some cool personalities with us talking to us about.
Yeah.
I would love to have him on that.
Culinary programming.
You're
Because
pointing
he'll run
Yeah.
amok, and he's the best.
Exactly.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And we have to keep it light. It's not all serious.
That's
food's
right.
not always as serious as it is. That's why we broke our tart today.
Yeah.
So something else we have is also a new program we're calling Best in Glass. It's a cocktail-based program. We will have, we're working with people like Fox Trail Distillery and
man.
many local breweries around, and we're going to make a special happy hour that has like small bites with paired food, some conversation about whether it's the whiskey or the cocktails or the wine. We're going to do cocktails from the garden. Come when it gets cold at the end of the year, we'll do some warm cocktails. So, there's a lot of times where I like to drink a warm whiskey and water. I call it my medicine whenever I'm not feeling
Like
great.
a deconstructed hot toddy, it
It
sounds
is,
like.
exactly. And,
So how can we find out information? This is a lot of programming you have coming up.
Oh, of course.
Website?
The best place is the website at crystalbridges.org, or check themomentary.org as well for anything happening over there.
Yeah, wow. Tim, thank you. We're going to dig in on this, I think, as we go to break right here.
Yeah, I've got
You're just
banana
gonna
paste.
Eat the tub of banana paste?
I'm just going to put it all into this and smush it.
Yes.
Excellent.
Tim,
like
we're
morning
grateful, man.
breakfast.
Thanks for bringing this food. It looks absolutely delicious. And you stick around. We're grateful for you, too. And we got more happening later. Yes, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we get out of here, we got to thank our amazing guests, starting with Orson Weems, Music Education Initiative. Thanks for being here, Orson.
Don't forget Chef Tim for these amazing Bananas Foster's tart situations.
I mean, absolutely, so good. And how about Pura Coco with that music video? That's our show. We'll see you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Let's eat some tart.